Today I'm talking about an underrated piece in Martin's 15 series. This is the 0015M, little brother to the much more popular 0015M. Going to tell you who I think this might be better for and why I dig it, so stick around. How's it going, y'all? This is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We ask you every time. And for those of you that have done it, we appreciate you. For those of you that haven't, we want you to see our cool videos. We think they're cool. So please do it. We really appreciate it. It really helps us. Liking and commenting, all that stuff, sharing around. It's a very big help for us to be able to keep doing this. It's a very cool job for me to be able to do. So thank you for supporting us and contributing. We really appreciate it. But like I said, we're talking 00, not 000, and that's kind of my point here. Everybody talks about the 0015M from the 15 series of Martin. Nobody talks that much about the 0015M. Yes, there are plenty of people that dig them, but we've done a lot with the 15 series on this channel, and we're big fans of it. And so when this came in, I kind of felt like, you know, we've got 0015M, we got the 0015M with the slotted headstock, 12 fret version, D15M, we got Street Masters of some of those. 15 series is pretty big, but this guitar is pretty small and its reputation is maybe a little too small. So want to talk a little bit about it and why it might be the right thing for you. Everybody goes for the 000 just because that's, you know, I think the body size that everybody likes for the most part, and it's also the one that's maybe more prolific. It's out there, you see them more often. This is a slightly smaller body. And everything else about it will be very much exactly the same to its 000 counterpart. So it's all mahogany. It's going to give you that nice mid-range, the warmth, the compression, mahogany top, back, and sides. Very subtly appointed, very little adornments here. So you got short diamonds and squares on the fingerboard, which is rosewood bridge, no inlay besides a very, very simple rosette. And you got open gear tuners that kind of play along with the vintage aesthetic. Satin finish all over this thing. 1/11/16 inch nut width, so it's a little bit more narrow. That's what you're going to find on the 15 series. I think, you know, it's a personal preference thing, but if you always go 3/4, 1 3/4, you might like a smaller guitar to have a little narrower nut width. I know that some people, they got to stick with the 3/4. Some people got to stick with the 11/16 inch. So it's really what you get on this series. For the most part, I believe the 12 fret version does have 1 3/4 inch nut width, but that goes along with the slotted headstock and the 12 fret, just kind of different construction of that guitar. So yeah, 11/16, 1 11/16, it's not just 11/16. This has straight bracing, so non-scalloped X bracing, and it's a very, very simple guitar. I think that a lot of people go for all mahogany because it's warm and it's this nice compressed vintage kind of tone. A lot of different manufacturers have their interpretation of exactly this guitar. So from Taylor, that's going to be your 8022. You know, that's your satin finish version. Yes, a 322. You know, it'll be a little higher end, but we're talking Martin today. Guild M20, I'm a big fan of that guitar as well. It's a little bit better comparison to this one than, say, the 0015, because that body size, it's more of the concert body. So the M20, I'm a big fan of. I've talked about that on the channel. I think that the 0015 is probably better for somebody who wants a little bit smaller body guitar, obviously, because it's a little bit smaller than the 0015. But I think the body size contributes a little bit to just kind of making it this more intimate kind of sound. Some people go for the 0015, maybe a little bit too big for you, or maybe you just kind of want to curl in a little bit more to the guitar. It's a really great finger picking guitar, and it just responds really nicely to a light touch. I'm going to play on it with finger picking because I think that's what it excels at, but then I'll grab the pick so you can hear it's not just for that. You can still strum your big old cowboy chords and get a nice sound out of it. So 0015M, let's take a listen. There you have it. There's a little taste on the 0015M. Now, I think this guitar, we always talk about small body, all mahogany. It's a great finger picking guitar. It's also kind of, for me, it's an ideal studio guitar or songwriter guitar. Say you're recording at home by yourself, singer-songwriter, you got a nice condenser mic for your vocal, maybe one or two for the guitar. I think it's perfect for that. And also, if you're the type of person that has a studio and you always like to add your layer of nice acoustic just to add some texture, this is a really, really nice kind of option, because with the hardwood on the top, it's going to compress. It's not going to be too boomy. It's just going to give you that nice texture. And I think for on the other end, for the singer-songwriter, it's such a warm, kind of beautiful sound to accompany a vocal with, or just do solo guitar on. It, you know, it's warm enough to where it's not this piercing sound that you might get from, you know, a different tone wood combination, but also it's small and it's clear and it's straightforward enough to where you hear all the note separation and just kind of balance this perfect, you know, nice, warm, crushed together chordal tone. But when you're playing single notes, it's really pretty without being harsh. So I think that, you know, there's a lot of reasons why you would go for an all mahogany, and most people would probably gravitate towards a 0015M. But if you're looking for a little bit smaller, or maybe just a little more intimate kind of feel, I think that you should consider the 00. If you can play them side by side, the tonal difference is going to be there. They're going to be in the same spirit, so it's not going to be such a wild difference. You can still get a lot of volume out of this. It's been proven that just because it's a smaller guitar, it doesn't mean that it's a tiny sound, you know. But play them side by side. If you're interested, let us know. We can do kind of a revamp of our 15 series video, because there's really something for everybody there. You got 00, you got the 000, you got the Dreadnought. And if you're into something that looks like you're a master of the streets, you know, check out the Street Master. And the kind of unsung hero that we've talked about before that we love so much, that 12 fret, it's also a great option. So there is something in the 15 series for everybody. I really like this one, and I've liked everything that I've played within that series, and I just think that this should be in your consideration when trying to find a nice little all mahogany. I think it hits all the points. It's simple. There's nothing superfluous about this guitar. It gives you everything you need, and in terms of look and feel and sound, I think it's pretty perfect. So let me know what you think. If you want to see everything that we got from the 15 series, which for the first time probably ever, I think we have at least one of everything in stock. Usually they go pretty fast. We're waiting on stuff, but luckily we got a little bit of everything, so you can compare all the specs online and then also compare it across manufacturers, because you might be more of a Guild person or more of a Taylor person. I don't make a secret that I'm a big Martin fan, but I like stuff from those guys as well. Everybody's got something good, and it's a good time right now to kind of see that everybody agrees a good all mahogany is an important thing to have in the lineup. So pretty much everybody's got one. So if you want to hear more about these guitars, if you want to learn deep dive into the specs, comparisons, all that, check out our website, alamomusic.com. There's a little button in the corner that's got my face on it that says text or message or chat or one of those things. And if you send a message, there's a big possibility that I will be the other person on the other end. And if it's not me, it's not a robot, it's somebody else that works here, and they'll be happy to help you as well. But if you want to talk to me about it, I'm around. I'm easy to find. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a message, and any of us would love to talk Martins with you or anything else. So thank you for watching. We will see you next time.